Okay.
Hi, everyone. This is Cassandra Melhuish. This is our first team meeting for Cassandra and Wanda. So we're going to have these every week so that we can do training, and it's going to be product training. It will be mindset training and whatever people feel that we need to do. So just send me a text and let me know what your thoughts are that we can do for our training. But today we're actually going to be trained by Melhuish, who is a mindset coach. And she has also been in direct marketing, in network marketing. So she comes with a lot of experience, and I'll let her tell you a little bit about herself. And so this call is basically just to talk about goals for the month, because we've done really good. We've done had a lot of success really fast. And I know a lot of people have goals that they want to achieve fairly fast. So we just want to start off getting our mind set, and especially for the month of September, since we have a pretty lofty goal of doing $10,000 as the team, which I know we can do. So I'm going to turn it over to Melhuish, and she can introduce herself and get started on the training.
Hi, everybody. Like Cassandra said, this is Melhuish, and I have to apologize for my voice. I kind of have this kind of bronchial thing going on. But so let me just get started with a little bit about me. I, like Cassandra said, come from a long years of background as far as recruiting and training with a corporate college, university, and that kind of thing. What I found that I really loved the most was really mentoring other people to believe in themselves, even when I was in the schools, the universities that I worked for, and I would even go out to high schools and help them get into that mindset. So that's how I kind of decided that I'm going to leave direct marketing and MLS and start doing what I do best for me, which is this coaching and image coaching and that kind of thing. I want to congratulate you all for becoming a brand new team and the success that you all have achieved in such a short time. So that just goes to show you don't need to know a lot in order to be successful. The thing is, what you need to do is continue to do what you've been doing, but now you need to know that you are the CEO of your own business. And what I mean by that, and congratulations for taking the opportunity to become your own boss. So with that, you are a team. Yes, you are a team. And the team works well as a team. So basically, though, individually, you're all going to have your own goals. So, and we can work on that one-on-one, or we can work on that as a group. But right now, we're working on a group. So I hope you all know what your goal is this month as a team. I'm sure you do, because I know Cassandra, she's very oriented that way. And as a matter of fact, kept me oriented that way a long time ago when I was going through this. But anyway, so the first thing you need to do is get yourself your calendar. Even if you work one day of your business, make sure that that's all you do in your business. Treat your business as a business. For example, if you know you're going to church on Sundays and all day family day, dinner and that kind of thing, you mark that out. You don't do any business there unless, of course, somebody asks you from your family about what are you doing now. Okay, and then if the whole week it should go by the same thing. Whatever you're doing, Wednesday is Bible meeting, so and so on, so on. So in order to be successful in this, one day is not going to make it for you. You've got to devote at least 3 days of this business in order to go up. Now,
Can you hear me? Lost your sound.
Okay, sorry about that. There was a call calling in, and I don't know how to. So
Okay,
going back to what I'm saying about your activity, you should have at least 3 days that you're working it and working it and work it. When I say work, I hate using the word work, because a lot of times when you have a corporate background and you think about the word work, basically thinking about the corporate mind environment. For work for you, let's use another word. When you're enjoying your business and having fun, meeting new people, and marketing yourself. That's the first thing you've got to do. That's the law of attraction. People are only going to deal with people or buy from people or be around people that they like. So number one, you've got to be in that mindset and take selling away from your brain. Take selling away from your brain. What you want to do is you offer a product that will help whatever things going on with this individual. If someone tells you, oh my God, I got these bags under my eyes, well, you should know your product in order to guide them to what works best. And you should always have samples on hand. Remember, what you send out into this world, you'll get back. So whatever, you should be in the mindset of serving your customers or your clients or that way, because people that serve are always going to get that back. So I don't have anyone here to ask. So if you're going to ask me any questions, I can't really go into detail about that, but we'll do that later. So the first thing is get your activity calendar, mark down the days you're going to work. You should also have a goal of what you want to accomplish this month. You know what your team is going to accomplish or what the goal is there. If you're working on what you want to accomplish, then you're contributing to the team. And also your leader, you should be in contact with them all the time. Be a woman of your word or a man of your word. If you say you're going to call her or you say you're going to do this, do it. Because people will come to know you as, well, she says she's going to do this, but she doesn't really do this. Remember, you are the CEO of your own business. So what you send out is what you'll give, what you'll get back, rather. So you need to change the way you see yourselves. You really need to think about what you want out of this business and not think about anything negative. Don't even allow anything but what ifs, this, that, and the other. And don't allow any chatter to come into your head when you're, like, for example, when you're given a challenge. The first thing we want to do is tell ourselves why it won't work. Well, you don't know why it won't work unless you work it. And another thing is, this is the deal. You don't know, I don't know, I'm just guessing, okay? I could be wrong, but maybe you all don't know what you need to know. And in order to be successful, let Cassandra and Wanda guide you. That's what they're there for. You're there to work as a team, but they're also there to help you move up as well. Remember, nobody moves up unless somebody else moves up. Your team leaders don't move up unless you move up, and that's the beauty of this type of a business. So, and any questions on that, I'll take it later. Your image should be important to you. Now, I know out in Cali, the whole thing is being relaxed and the flip-flops and all that good stuff. Well, sometimes you can't help but wearing attire like that. I'll tell you, I lived in Cali, and I was up every morning at 6 because my family depended on me. And I didn't know anyone when I landed there, but I joined all kinds of network businesses. And I belonged to one, the breakfast, a lunch, and a dinner. So I was gone all day long. I did whatever it took in order to make what we needed to make for our family. I remember my first month doing Mary Kay in Cali. I had just started getting going good, and one day I sold $3,000. $3,000 in one day. So, but my mindset was this. My mindset was I can't not fail. I want to succeed, and I'm going to succeed. This is what I have to do in order for us to stay off the streets. And Cassandra knows my background. She can tell you that's the truth. So moving on from there, your image, you need to have a nice pen. You need to, if you all sell lipstick, you guys need to look the part. Your hair shouldn't be every this way and that kind of way. I always like to wear something that is going to cause someone to say, oh my God, I like that bracelet. Or, oh my God, I like that lipstick. Or, oh my God, something that I can lead in with, oh my God, here's my card. Thank you so much for asking me. But you want to be sincere when you do that too, because people can detect when you're trying to fish them out. You know what I mean by that? When you're trying to just get something for nothing. People really want to know that when you're complimented or you compliment someone, it's sincere. Okay. And I did tell you, if you've got business cards, please carry those around all the time. If you've got samples, and you should have samples, please carry those around all the time. Now, you don't want to give your samples to everybody, but you do want to give your samples to people that you know that are really interested, and you want to make sure that they know the product works. You got to know your product. In order to talk it, you got to know it. So image, need to look at whatever Cassandra is telling you, she knows, okay? And you need to be prepared. We'll go back with that, a nice pen, so you've got something to write to get someone's phone number and name and when's the best time to reach them. And also your samplers. Look the part. Look like you're a business-minded woman. Even if you're at church or whatever, you can have fun at church or whatever activities you're doing with your children. But make sure when someone asks you about what you're doing, or if you notice that someone could perhaps benefit from something you carry in your product line, be sincere. Offer them a sampler. Tell them that you'd like to follow up with them. Okay? All right. So leadership, if going on, you can sell the product all day long. If that's what you do, want to do, that's great. But we all know this. Let's get real. In order to grow up in this business, you're going to have to bring in people on your team. And you want to bring people in like you. Now, okay, if you know you don't do anything, that you just sit around and complain, well, that would be the wrong person to bring in, obviously. But if you know that you're a go-getter, that you like having fun, you like meeting other people, and you really want to grow your business and help others to grow their business, to reap those benefits and to serve, then you're going to attract those type of people. So your leadership, you should always be, whatever Wanda does, whatever Cassandra does, mock them. Go ahead and mock them until you understand or till you get it right. Whatever they do, I even mocked my leaders' sayings. I would say it all day long, hear my heart. I would do it, and I became funny also. I didn't really have a sense of humor until I started doing direct marketing. But you want to know who you can talk to and when you can talk to them. And you will have so much fun if you just take the position now that I'm a leader. And don't think of yourself as I'm just somebody on someone's team. No, you're on your team, okay? You're part of a group, but you're on your team. Everybody succeeds and everybody is successful. Everybody's a win-win. Also, with your customers, make sure you have that with them attitude, because they're going to be thinking this, what's in it for me? So you always want to be thinking, what can I do for you? And I keep going back to that, because if you'll do those two things, you will, it's one of them, talking to people and meeting people, you will never lack any type of customers or leads. I hate calling them leads because they're people, but lack of a better word, leads. Two, if you don't understand your product or don't know your product line, you won't know how to market those certain people. You won't know how to tell certain people what this does and what this does when you see there's a need. So you've got to know your product line, and you've got to wear the product too. You can't talk about something that you don't know, and you can't be convincing about something that you haven't even tried. So don't be afraid to try your product, because you've got to be that. You've got to be inside and outside what your product is, okay? So leadership, you got to start knowing your product. You got to start knowing your company, and you've got to think like you're a leader right now. Whatever your goal is right now, you assume it. Always have your positive affirmations, and I'm sure, Cassandra, we can go through that, how you write an affirmation. It's not I will or one day I will. It is I am now, or I am. Even if you don't see yourself, I am. Because I would think everybody's gotten into this business to not only to serve, but also to make money. You know, you can't have your own business without making money. So it's to serve and to make money. So stop, start, and share. I believe that's the policy. That is how your company or what you do. You stop, Cassandra. Stop again is what? Stop and use the product. Is that it?
Yeah, it's stop purchasing products from the big box retailers and other stores.
Right.
Stop giving your money to someone else and purchase from, and then start purchasing from your own store. You're in this business, so why not give that money back to yourself? Because as you go up and you promote, when you promote to district manager, one of the overrides is 8% on anything that you purchase as well. So not only do you get your discount, but you also get 8%. So that's the stop purchasing somewhere else, start purchasing from your store. And then once you start doing that, then you start sharing that with everyone else and how they can do the same thing and start getting money back on the stuff that they're purchasing instead of giving it to another store.
That makes perfect sense. And that all goes back to what I said in the beginning, that know your product, wear your product inside and out. You can't know what you don't know if you're not doing that. And why would you, if you are an Arbonne distributor, why in the world would you, like you said, Cassandra, put money in somebody else's pocket? And also by doing that, you show your customers or your friends or your family that you really don't care about this product. You just want to make money. And if that goes over that way, you won't make money because people will think you're fake. And I'm sorry to put it out there like that, but I remember when I first started this business, I used to get upset when they didn't tell me like it is, when they sugar-coated things. I guess that's when it comes to business, I want to be told directly what I need to do, when I need to do it, and how often I need to do it in order to get to this point. So that's what I looked to my leader and I said, this is what I want to do. Now first tell me what I have to do. And I did it. And I can't tell you how many people, I think we had, when we went into directorship, we had 150 people that first 7 months. And I can't tell you how many people weren't wearing the product and didn't understand how come they couldn't sell Mary Kay. I'm sorry, I just told you what company I was in. But anyway, sorry about that. But you know, I'm doing my own thing right now. So, and I'm actually, I'm not discrediting it because it's how I learned to love the passion. So it's all good. You know what I mean? So, like Cassandra said, like I just said, I can't tell you enough how important it is to check in with your team leader, your team manager, your executive manager, your director. Your director will help you get where you want because everybody wants to come in together as successful. It's just amazing how that domino effect just comes into play. Another thing I wanted to know. Okay.
That was someone joining. Go ahead.
Okay. Another thing I was really interested to know is what was it that made one thing, the reason why you decided to come into Arbonne, and what was that? I really wanted to know that because I feel that's the key. In order for me to help you individually, that's the key. Is what you really, 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 really want to do, and what do you really, 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 really want to come out of this, and how do you really, really, really see yourself? It's got to be a passion that you feel, and it's got to be something that you resonate with. And Cassandra will explain that to you. I'm sure you all understand that. For me, being the way I am, I was told to do this, that, and the other, and I understood. I mean, I'm intelligent. I understood the words. I just didn't understand the application. So if someone is telling you, well, this is what you need to do, this, that, and the other, don't be afraid to say, I'd like to know the application. What is it you're talking about? Because it's just like school. There's no dumb question. It's only people who don't ask who tend to be the ones who are missing out on. So you should always be educating yourself. Always, 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 whether it's looking at your leader to see what they're doing, or your product line, or knowing your customer base and what they need, and what you're selling the most. And also what we've found, whatever product you like the most, it's going to be what you sell the most. Does that make sense? Yep. So whatever product you like the most, it's going to be what you sell the most. So concentrate on that. I don't want to give you an overload of so many things. So what I'm going to do is just go back and just tell you, just point some other things out. Make sure that you have a calendar, and when the days you select to work your business, that you work that business on those days. That's going to be key to your success. And your goal setting activity to support your goal, find out from your directors what you need to do in order to get to the next level that you want to get to, and work that. Be consistent with that. And if you be a woman of your word, not only to your director or your customers, but to yourself. Don't lie to yourself, because it always comes back in the end and slaps you in the face. Don't tell yourself you're going to do this knowing that you're not going to do it in the back of your head, because what you think about, you'll bring about. And again, that's the law of attraction. Your image, and I'll talk about your image again, change the way you perceive yourself, your mindset. You are an amazing woman. You are a successful woman. You have something that everybody wants. When you walk into a room, you are the center of attraction. You know, your image should always be that and reflect the image that you want to present as far as the CEO of your own company. Are you professional? Are you organized? Do you know your product? Leadership. If you're looking to go into leadership, you need to be learning something new all the time. Get into reading books. The biggest book I can tell you that you should start off reading or downloading is John Maxwell's Journey on Success. Or the other one I read both. I mean, I had so many books at one time, but I wanted success really badly. And I wanted to know what leaders did in order to get ahead. And that's what they do. So it's either in your car, you're listening to books or your tapes, or when you're got downtime, you're listening to something, or even when you're meditating on a spiritual level. And I forgot to tell you that above all, and I don't know who my audience is, but I'll tell you this: your creator, your God, Allah, Christ, whatever your denomination is, whatever you call your Lord, your creator, you can't do this business without him. You really can't. Because having faith in him as you do, or she as you do, is the one thing you have to know, that she believes in you and would not give you this dream or this desire if it wasn't meant to be. So your leadership, learn something new every day or once a week. Books, John Maxwell, that Journey on Success, that was a great one for me. Failure to Success, what is it, the first one? Failing Forward by John Maxwell, another good one. And also Rhonda Burns. Most people have listened to The Secret and then The Power. It'll really get you in check, okay? Any question, and stop, start, and share. Wear your product. Know your product. You got to wear it. You can't talk about something that you don't know, and you can't be buying somebody else's product and paying for them when you've got something on your shelf, or you've got a product that you're very proud of. You got to stop buying something else and start wearing what you are, and then you can share it and know exactly what it is that this product does so that you can recommend it. Please, please, please be a woman of your word. Honor yourself by not trying to talk somebody into buying something that they don't need. Listen first and then direct them, okay? I tell you the law of reciprocity. Say the word, Cassandra, can't say the word, but reciprocity. There you go. There you go. Something about dyslexia for me, but I know what the word means. You know, listen, there's something about that law. Whatever you send out into this world, exactly what you're going to get in, what you're going to get back. So be an honorable woman. Honor people, honor yourself, honor your directors, honor your word. If you say you're going to do something, do it. If you can't do it, call and say that you can't make it, but you would like whatever. Be a woman of your word, because then you'll get people on your team just like you. So, have I covered everything?
Yes, that was wonderful. That was wonderful. I think that gives people quite a bit to think about, but it also let me understand that going forward, we can probably take each one of those each week and break it down a little bit further.
Right.
Because it's such good information.
Go ahead.
That I think that's what we could do, because everything that you were talking about, talking about the no selling, change the way you see yourself, talking about leadership and knowing the product, breaking that down each week, I think will totally help everyone get into it much more. And as you get to know the team, then you can start helping us out, you know, a little more in detail. So thank you, Lamise, for...
I think there was a question. Wasn't there a question?
Yes. Question?
No?
No? Okay. All right. So, well, we'll go ahead and wrap it up now. So I want to thank everyone for listening for the call, and I've recorded it, so I'll post it, and I'm actually going to get us our secret Facebook page so that we can post things like this and share, and I'll include Lamise on it as well, so that if you have questions or clarification or want to know about the book or something that she said, you could ask her directly. So she's here to help us get to success and become an area and meet our goals, whatever they are individually. Make sure you let me know that. And I think that's really it. This was really a great first call, Lamise. Thank you so much. I appreciate your time and your knowledge. And so looking forward to working with you and have you work with everyone on our team.
My pleasure. One thing I want to lead off with to do for the week, I would like to hear your 1 minute advertising about yourself, because if you're going to start networking or talking to somebody, you don't want to give them like a paragraph of what you do. You want it to be quick, and you want it to be concise. Okay. So
Right.
I would like everybody to practice on 1 minute of what they do in Arbonne, or what is it about Arbonne, something. And this right now, your team, you all need together collectively a name. And you all thinking about going into a leadership position, right now you have your name. You start off with it, even if there's nobody on your team, you got a name for your team. And mine was mustard seeds, because we move mountains. And every time I hear that, or every time I hear scripture, mustard seed, a light bulb goes on in me to this day, that I think about, I can move mountains through him. So that's what I want to close with, to do for the week, a 1 minute selling advertisement about you and what you do, and also to get a name for your team and for your leadership. Okay.
Yeah, that sounds good. I also like what you said. It's the 1 minute, what you do, as well as why you love Arbonne, why you love the products. I think adding that in there, like you said, is just, people pay attention to that because you're telling them why you love something. So that's a great thing. So let's do that for next week. All right, so I'm going to close the call. Thank you so much, Lamise. I totally appreciate you for doing this, and I'll be talking to everyone soon.
Hey, Cassandra.
Yeah.